We did it. Hi, everybody. Good evening. I have a special guest tonight. Look at the little guy, gray beard and all.
And the Broncos are about to play, so there's been a lot of arm twisting going on.
I don't think you want to talk about that, do you? I don't know if we should. Okay, we're not here for the Broncos.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so a long time ago, remember I took a picture with this guy and I'm like, this is how he feels when I ask him to share a story. I can't believe he's on here with me tonight. It's so awesome. But Sunday night I came on. I'm not paying you. Sunday night I came on and I shared some of our story. And it was mostly, it had a lot to do with me. It was about my story and why I made the decisions I have and why I was always open to new opportunities and why I was looking for an opportunity. But there's a bigger part to that story as well, and a lot of that involves this guy. So I wanted him to come on tonight because he plays a role in why I chose the company that I did. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Troy. Or do I want to tag Mindy? No. But hi, guys. So Kyle plays a big role in why we took the route that we did in becoming entrepreneurs, and I wanted him to come on tonight and share some of his story about where he was in 2011 and what was happening before that when we were introduced to this. So tell us, buddy.
Okay, so it's been just about 6 years now. And to where I've started and to where I am today is I'm a completely different person, that's for sure, both mentally and physically, and just how I feel and how I act and interact with people. So even 10 years ago, 15 now, when I was diagnosed with high blood pressure at such a young age, and a lot of that has to do with genetics. On top of the high blood pressure, right along came the type 2 diabetes, and the battles and the struggle with my health and a lot of travel, put on a ton of weight, exercising was a no-go for about 20 some years after college football career. I swore it off for life. So about 2.5 years ago now, well, leading up to the story of the little yellow pill, 6 years ago, I was down and out and was a huge struggler with gout. And for those of you that don't know what gout is, it is probably one of the most miserable arthritic conditions you can imagine. You can't even it's the buildup of uric acid in your joints that actually crystallize and make it so stiff that you can't bend it. So about 6 years ago, I was struck with 3 gout attacks. It usually just strikes one joint at a time. But after it struck my right thumb, it struck my right big toe, and then it was in my left ankle, just gout attack after gout attack after gout attack.
Say that fast 3 times.
Gout, gout, gout. And I'm literally laying in our living room floor in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, in tears. I just was looking at time. I can't do this anymore. I couldn't go with my girls. I was traveling. I literally would get a handicap pass to get on the plane first. At Southwest because I was traveling so much and I couldn't get up and down the runway and the airports in wheelchairs. And here I am, how old was I then? 42, 43 years old, and I was basically becoming crippled. So
tell them really quick, who was brought in by a wheelchair the night we had our first child?
Oh yeah, that's a good story. That was me. So her water breaks.
I walked in.
Her water breaks on New Year's Eve, and I hobble out to the car and hobble her into the car, and we pull up to the emergency room, and they come wheeling out with a wheelchair, thinking the pregnant woman who was in labor to get in the wheelchair, and I had to get in it because I couldn't walk. So it was messed up. You should have seen the looks the nurses gave me. Like, you're such a jerk. That wheelchair was for your wife who's delivering a baby, but you can't walk, so get your fat in the wheelchair. So it was miserable. It had really hindered my activity level and just everything, and probably a little bit of depression in there too, and just so busy with work and everything. And then 6 years ago, and we tried everything for gout. I was severely allergic to the prescription allopurinol. My dad was allergic to it. I couldn't take it, so it was all natural remedy. We'd drive up to Fort Collins, Colorado, and buy a case of gallons of cherry juice just to try and fight off the gout attacks and the buildup of the uric acid. And the truth be told, she went behind my back when she found the company that she did. She really had no interest in the company, but the Poes came to her and said, hey, I have something that can activate nerve 2 and all these things, and I wanted nothing to do with it, but she went behind my back, and lo and behold, this little blue bottle showed up to our door, and I looked at her and said, I suppose it's paid for. And she goes, well, it's paid for. I said, well, I'll take it since we paid for it. And
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Can I just say? I had to go behind his back because he was in a place in his life where he felt like he had exhausted all options. And I had kind of felt like he had too. But you don't know what you don't know. And so thankfully, Sean and Michelle Poe had been exposed to something we had not. And we had no clue about it. And she gave me enough information to know that this could be something that could finally help him. Because on the rate that he was going, it didn't look good. And I wanted him to be around and have quality of life with our children for as long as possible. So it did take me having to just order it and get it for him and put it in front of him. And so once we gave it a shot, and I went all into with the company at that point, just because I saw something in it that made me feel like this was it. And then along the way, I told him, give it a try, and he became my first success story. And so you started taking the little yellow pill, and what happened for you?
Well, after the first 30 days, I've been completely gout-free ever since. There still was some arthritic effects afterwards. I suffered with a lot of joint soreness and pain in my ankles and my feet still to this day, but my wrists and wherever the gout attack was, it would just linger on forever. But I was pretty much at the point of no return. And we didn't know what my future was going to look like, and dealing with the high blood pressure and everything like that. And then to fast forward a couple years, we move out here to Idaho, and I'm doctoring, and I'm pushing 300 pounds, and the high blood pressure is still out of control. And Dr. Wick looked at me and said, well, if you're not going to control this with your diet and you're not going to exercise, although you tell me you are, I see a 300-pound man in front of me. And he even told me years later now that he had to overprescribe my medication just to try and keep me alive. So he just wrote all these things. And the thing that really scared me was, he said it was about time. I was taking 2,000 milligrams of metformin a day, 1,000 in the morning, 1,000 at night. And it was about time to go on insulin shots. And I went, oh no, way, way, way too young for that. I probably should try some other options first. So this healthy, fit little model here always has been active, way more active than I have, whether going to the gym. And she had a passion for CrossFit, but unfortunately with her knee surgeries and things, couldn't continue that passion. But was going to a CrossFit gym here in Meridian, and one April night, kind of in a bet and tongue-in-cheek, I said, well, I'll buy that Groupon. I'm not afraid to get a Groupon for 30 days. I'll do it for 30 days, but don't think I'm going to stay. It's a cult. It's crazy. CrossFitters are loco. That's all they talk about, which we do. And 30 days.
Do you think you would have ever had the desire to want to exercise again had you not started getting your health under control?
No, absolutely not. Without the little yellow pill and getting me to a place where I felt like I could at least start to make a change and start to exercise and do some of the things I needed to start doing. I don't think my body would have been at that point, especially physically. I think mentally I was always in the back of my mind saying it would be awesome if I could be active, but especially when I was struggling physically before with the gout and everything. I mean, if I was having gout attacks, there's no way I could get up and go to CrossFit every day. So
now you've done CrossFit for how long?
Just 2.5 years.
And since you've started doing CrossFits and since we've started in this company, a lot has changed with our company as well and what we get to share with people. And so what has kind of kept you into CrossFit? What do you think has played a role in you being able to stay going at the pace you're going you're not old, honey, but we're not a spring chicken either.
Well, I just turned 49, and to be in the best shape I've ever been in my life, to be as strong as I've ever been in, and I played college football, and I have never been as strong as I am today, and it truly is because of not just the little yellow pill, but all of the other product lines they've brought into our lives. At least keeps me at that level where I'm able to go in and give it my best and do my all. I mean, I was about 300 pounds. I lost about 50 pounds.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Brad. What's up, cuz?
Hey,
Long
buddy.
time no see. I can't see you, but I'm sure you're good looking. But I went on and continued to lose the weight. And
How much weight have you lost?
about 50 pounds.
50 pounds.
Put about 10 pounds on back in muscle. I like to call it muscle. But I'm at that level, and I don't think I could get up and exercise and do a CrossFit routine an hour for five days a week. If I suffered with any more joint pain and high blood pressure and diabetes, I'm basically diabetes free. I just take 500 milligrams once a day in the morning, the 2,000 milligrams history, and the blood pressure's never been better. So,
because we've learned what having high oxidative stress is bad. You want to have a lot of mitochondria, right? Because it gives your heart energy, makes you want to work out a lot. You want to have good gut health. Did we know any of this 6 years ago?
nada.
None of it.
Nothing.
Like, we knew none of this 6 years ago, and the path we were on was toxic, and it was going to take us out earlier than it should have. And our quality of life, we know, is on the right track today because of the education we've gotten. And I've gotten an active, educated, healthy, vibrant, strong husband back in my life, which has been the biggest blessing, right? What are some of your favorite parts? Because you were a huge skeptic of this entire thing, but you gave me the blessing to be an entrepreneur again. I told you I thought this was different. I told you I thought this was our golden egg, that this was really going to change our life finally. What do you see today? Like, what are some of your favorite things when you look at this today?
Well, without a doubt, I think I don't want to be too cheesy, but watching you share this with other people and wanting them to have that same opportunity to be healthy, to be active.
That's so cheesy, and I love it.
It is cheesy.
Good job.
It is very cheesy, but it's true. And she continued to, through watching her motivate and share this with other people, it just continues to motivate me, to make me want to continue to be a role model, to be an example, not just for myself first and foremost, for those people around me, and especially for our girls and our family. And really, that's what it is. We still laugh and joke to the reason to why I really even walked into a CrossFit gym. Then we still struggle with why I get up at 5:25 days a week and go in there and just kill myself. But it's a drug, and it's a healthy drug, and it's just been awesome.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
So what are we cheersing with?
I have sour cherry.
I have dragon fruit.
Yeah.
What is that your favorite?
It's my favorite, and it goes in my pre-workout every morning at about 5:30 before I walk out to head to CrossFit.
Mm-hmm. This goes in me like 3 times a day because I need energy to get through the day. This is our brain food.
Brain food.
Aren't we so excited we get to represent
Energy.
this too?
It is delicious.
It's helped so many children. It's helped so many people. Just help them stay focused, and it's his pre-workout formula, right?
It is the one and only.
How was your first live?
Stupid.
Yeah, I think he did pretty good. If you're watching, will you give him some hearts? Because I think he did really, really good. Both of us, our hearts, we're getting no hearts. I think you did good.
Well, thank you.
Regardless
I just need your heart.
No, you have it.
Thank you.
Thanks. So here's the thing, you guys. You've heard my story, and thank you for the hearts.
There's
Sherry,
a few.
you're a rock star.
Yeah, keep hitting it.
Cheers with Axio. But I shared my story Sunday night. I love the response I got from that. I wanted you to hear Kyle's health story because that's another big aspect as to why we got in this. And we are storytellers when we become entrepreneurs. Stories change lives, and We want to change lives through the stories that we've had for ourselves and those that we help other people with. So we've got something really exciting that's happening through our company. And it's such a beautiful thing that we get to be entrepreneurs because we get to leverage contests that our company puts on. And the contest they're running, registration opens Monday, December 18th. And the contest